Hi, readers. Welcome to Reading with Tigro. Thank you for joining me. Um, Today, I am coming to you to talk about what exactly is the coronavirus on a child, easy to understand level. And I am going to talk about social distancing because that is what we are doing, the reason why we are out of school. So I am going to jump right in. I'm going to pull my table a tad bit close. So, what we're going to do to start our discussion is first we are going to read this article. And if you are in Miss Grove's class, I have put this article on our Google Classroom. I stumbled on this article on social media. One of the teachers that I follow on Instagram posted this article. And so I thought it was a very good icebreaker, if you will, to talk to my students about what the coronavirus is and what we as a community can do to help prevent the spread of this disease, excuse me, this illness, it's not disease, of this illness. Um, and also, what is social distancing? Why are we out of school? And I'm sure my students and anyone who may come across this video, by now your parents have talked to you about the coronavirus, about social distancing, about why we're not in school and what's going on in our community and really globally, really around the world. Hey, KJ, thank you for tuning in. I'm glad to spend this time with you. Um, so we're gonna jump right on in. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna read the article, and like I said, if you are my student, the article is on our Google Classroom. If you want your own copy, if you want to talk about it with your parents or read it again, if you are not in my class, this article was a free download on Teachers Pay Teachers. So if your parent is a teacher, or perhaps your teacher can get it for you, but it was a free article. So I'm going to jump right in. I'm going to read the article and then we are going to discuss. Shouldn't be a very long video, but we'll see. So, what is the coronavirus? The coronavirus is a new type of virus or illness. Some people call it COVID 19. When someone has the coronavirus, they may cough and have a fever. Just because someone is sick doesn't mean they have the coronavirus. And of course, we know that we are just getting over flu and strep season at school. So we know that just because someone coughs or sneezes, that doesn't mean that they have the coronavirus. And so I don't want, during this time, I know a lot of people senses are heightened. Hey, Charlie! And it's easy. We are human first. So, it's natural to worry, but I don't want you all to worry and think if you're around somebody or close to somebody and they cough or sneeze that they automatically have the coronavirus. That's not the case. Other viruses like cold and flu can also make people cough or have a fever. And I'm sure all of us, we've been sick before and we've had a fever and not felt well. I love you too, my Charlie. So we know what it feels like to be sick. We know that we've been sick before and we didn't have the coronavirus. So let's continue. Most people with the coronavirus can stay at home and rest to get better. They will need to stay home for a while so that they can not get other people sick, which is why we are at home and not in school. The illness has gotten to the point now to where it is spreading very easily. And so, as a prevention to lessen the amounts of cases that we have right now, a lot of businesses have closed, schools are out, and people in the communities are being encouraged to stay at home to help protect themselves from getting the virus, but also to help to keep from spreading the virus. A few people with the coronavirus may need to go to a hospital so a doctor can help them feel better. So, like I said, I know that a lot of you have probably talked about this with your parents. And so you may already know that the main people who are highly susceptible to this. Well, not susceptible because we're all susceptible, but the people who are in at highest risk, I should say, for lack of a better term, of being very sick with once if they do contract this illness are elderly people 65 years and older, or anyone who already has some type of disease or illness because their immune systems are weak. And so, anybody with a weak immune system, if you do contract the coronavirus, then it makes you a lot sicker than you would be if you had a very strong immune system. So those people in that case will need to go to the hospital and be treated. If you have a strong immune system and you get the virus, then you just have to do just like normal if you get sick. You stay at home, you rest, you take medication to feel better. And in a few days, you do feel better. The coronavirus usually doesn't make kids very sick, but there are still some things I should do to keep myself and other people healthy. And that's speaking from a kid's point of view. There are some things that you and I can do to help keep ourselves healthy and to keep from spreading any type of illness, not just the coronavirus. In our classroom and at our school, when it is peak flu and strep season, you hear all the teachers, all the administration saying over and over again, make sure you wash your hands. You all know in our classroom, we've been wiping our desks down several days a week, wiping our desks down, wiping our chairs down, wiping down the computer keyboards, places where we have put our hands, wiping down my small group table so that we get those germs. We get those germs. So we've had people in our classroom that have been out because they've been sick. And so us wiping down the classroom is our way of preventing our classmates from getting sick easy. So I should wash my hands often. I take my time and scrub the soap between my fingers and all over my hands before I wash it off. If I can wash my hands, then I can use hand sanitizer. If I can't wash my hands, then I can use hand sanitizer. And I know you all have heard me say over and over again, hand sanitizer does not replace soap and water. It enhances soap and water. And so this article just confirms that thinking. Of course, if you can, wash your hands with soap. Soap and water is going to help get those germs off. We want to wash our hands for at least 20 seconds. We want to make sure we get between our fingers. And do a good, thorough hand wash. But in the event that you are not able to wash your hands, then hand sanitizer is a good way to kill possible germs on your hand. But in most cases, we wash our hands with soap and water, and then we use hand sanitizer to help enhance the soap and water. So we can wash our hands, we can use hand sanitizer, and then by keeping my hands clean, I can help get rid of germs that make people sick. And so that's the end of our article. I thought this was a very good article that, like I said, explains what the coronavirus is and explains to us our role in how we can prevent spreading the coronavirus and how we can prevent getting it as well. And so the biggest thing that we're doing, the reason why we are out of school is we are practicing social distancing. So, social distancing is a method used to help prevent illnesses and sicknesses, especially particularly illnesses that are considered airborne, meaning that they can travel not just by touch. With the coronavirus, the way that it is spread is if someone sneezes or coughs on you or on an object, if they cough on you, let's say I had the coronavirus and I coughed on Charlie because she's standing next to me. Or Charlie had it and she coughed on KJ. If KJ touched where Charlie coughed, if she had the virus, and he touched his face, then he is transporting that virus into his system. The coronavirus is a respiratory virus, which means it affects our lungs, the part of our body that helps us to breathe. It affects our lungs. It enters through what we call our sinuses. So that's our nose and our throat and our mouth. It can also enter through your eyes. So that's why a lot of doctors, a lot of public officials, your parents, me, teachers, have been urging and reminding us to make sure we keep our hands clean, wash our hands. Anytime we touch something, anytime we've been outside playing or we went to the store with our parents and we had to help with the groceries, you want to make sure you wash your hands. You want to make sure that you don't touch your face if your hands have not recently been washed. Like I said, if someone coughs or sneezes on you, you want to make sure you immediately wash your hands or take a rag and wash your face if those things are available. But again, as the article told us, just because someone coughed or sneezed doesn't mean they automatically have the illness. I keep saying disease, the virus. Hey, Braxton. So, but you still want to practice precaution. And so, in the event that you are around somebody and they cough or they sneeze and it gets on you, you want to make sure that you wash your hands before you touch your face. So, social distancing, that is us staying at home. Staying at home, staying inside when we don't have to be out. Now, of course, there are some of our parents still have to go to work. Some of us still have doctor's appointments. Some of us parents still have to go out to the store and get things that we need. But for the most part, we want to be inside. We want to be, I mean, it's okay to go outside, of course, if you want to go outside and play in the yard, if you live close to a park. You just want to not be around a lot of people during this time. Because of course the more people you are around, the greater your chances of being by somebody who could possibly have the virus. So we want to make sure we wash our hands, we want to make sure we wash our face. Those are the two biggest things. If we don't have soap and water, hand sanitizer is the next best thing. If you have um, soap and water, then of course you wash your hands and then you can use hand sanitizer along with that. So when I saw, I miss school too, Charlie, but I am enjoying my rest and I am grateful that I have been able to get some stuff done around the house. Like I said, I cleaned out our refrigerator, I deep cleaned the bathrooms. I have some more things. I've been washing clothes, some things that us parents have to get done. But when you work during the week, a lot of times you're really tired when you come home. And so you don't feel like doing the housework, even on the weekends. And so this break has allowed me to put some time into some housekeeping this weekend. Me and Jaden are going to do some yard work. We're going to cut the grass and we're going to um, rake up some of the leaves that are left and clean out the yard and get everything. We're going to spray the yard. I was going to go outside and read this, and do the video outside because I wanted some fresh air. But when I went outside on the porch, the wasps were already out. And Miss Grow is terrified of being stung by a wasp. So I brought my happy behind right on back in the house. But I did raise the blinds and open the windows and open the door so I could let some fresh air inside. But we're going to get out in the yard. We're going to spray. We're going to trim the bushes. We're going to cut the grass and do some good yard work if the rain doesn't get in the way of that. Oh, y'all are on a hike? That is cool. I might have to add that to my list of things. I haven't been on a hike in a while, maybe like 2 years. It's been a long time since I've been on a hike. We used to go up on the mountain and go hike. But I am going to get to the park tomorrow if it don't rain because me and Jaden are going to go play tennis. And of course, every summer we go camping. So that's getting close. I'm looking forward to that. But while I'm on this break, I'm going to get a lot of housework done. So before I end the video, I am going to do one more thing. when I found that article, I also saw another teacher. I think she was a preschool teacher. She did this little experiment that explained the importance of washing our hands. So I'm going to try this experiment. Oh, goodness, Charlie. I have been stung by a wasp only once, and it hurt. My goodness, it hurt. I cried, and I was an adult, and I cried. Don't ever want that experience again. Okay, so my experiment. So here are my materials that I have. I have some black pepper. I have a little small container that I am going to put some dish detergent in, and it's clear, but it is this dish detergent. And then I have some regular water in this cup, some regular tap water from the faucet. And then I have a paper plate. And so what I am going to do, I'm going to pour some dish soap in here, just enough that I can stick my finger in. Can y'all see that? And I'll use this to wash the dishes after I cook today. Okay, so I got my dish soap. I am going to take my water and I am going to pour it in the paper plate, just enough to fill the little circle at the bottom of the plate. Then I am going to sprinkle some black pepper in the water. And my black pepper is, I really needed like the coarse black pepper because the pieces are bigger. But we're gonna see if this works. It might not work because I have the finely grained black pepper. So we'll see. So I am going to stick my pointer finger in the water with the black pepper. Okay, it worked. So I got black pepper on my finger. So that's just like the black pepper represents germs. And the black pepper in the water is like germs being on the surface. If I touch the water with the black pepper in it, or if I touch the surface that has the germs on it, I pick up the germs. And so now I've contracted the germs or the virus, if the germs were a virus, right? But I'm going to wash my finger off. I'm going to now, oh, and I still got some in there because I didn't use soap and water. I'm going to stick my finger in the dish soap. And I wish my camera could show, I don't know, maybe it can. Not so much. I don't know. We're going to see. Okay, so I got dish soap on my finger. And I'm going to stick it. Oh, wow. So when I stick my finger in the germ-filled water with dish soap, all the germs ran away. They moved away. That was really cool. Really, really cool. Now, I do still have, when I pull my finger out, I do still have a tiny bit of the germs on my finger, but it is a whole lot less. That was so cool. I don't know if the camera picked that up, but as soon as I stuck my finger in the germs with the dish soap on my hand, the germs just scattered like they ran away. So that's a very good example on why it's great and necessary to wash your hands to keep from getting and spreading germs. So that's all I have for you. You all are already commenting, which I love. I'm so glad that we get this time together. This was a little idea, but it was such a great idea, because you get to see my face, you get to hear my voice, and we get to chat with each other. What I want you to do is leave a comment on this video telling me some things or ways that your family are making sure that you guys stay protected from the virus. Are you deep cleaning the house? Are you washing your hands? How often are you washing your hands? Are you staying in? Are you making sure your parents making sure that you don't go to places where there are a lot of people? What have you done during this break? So leave a comment for me, letting me know, and I am going to look at the comments and I am going to respond. A couple of people left comments on the Legend of Rock Paper Scissors. Braxton left a comment, which is really cool. My old student Lisa left me a comment, which is really cool. So thank you guys for watching the videos and leaving comments. So don't forget, I'm about to end the video, but leave a comment letting me know what is you and your family, what are some things that you all are doing during this social distancing time? And did you all talk about the coronavirus, what it is, and what we are doing as a community to prevent it? So, thank you for hanging out with me, guys. Remember, I am still going to do the regular read aloud. The book I am going to be reading is the library book, and I will be doing that live at about 4 o'clock. If anything changes on the time, I will update my parents. And if you can't come back to watch that live, then maybe you can catch the replay. So I love my students, the Growing Greats. Y'all are awesome. I miss y'all so much. And I'm thankful for this avenue of being able to communicate with you all. And for anyone else who is not a part of the Growing Greats in my class, and if you are just a lover of books and enjoy reading, thank you for watching and tuning in. And don't forget to come back for more stories. Bye, guys. Come back for the read aloud.